Alrighty, yo. I am at the crib right now. I've got the 3G hooked up to this fat ass trailer, new trailer. A wad of cash. And I currently got to start loading up the jet ski because it is time to go get the donor truck for the 4G. Not gonna lie, 3G pulls this trailer like shit. So hopefully it's better on the way back with some weight on the trailer. But dude, this is a long ass trailer. It's longer than the truck. So I'm heavily debating whether I go hook the 4G up to this since it's longer, but it's also lower, and with a shitload of weight on it, I don't know how that's gonna go. So I'm not gonna lie, I might have to raise the ball on it because it's kind of leaning down. Maybe that's why. It's only when I'm on bumpy roads, like it just gets in a death bump. So I don't know, but I got some shit to figure out, and then I will show y'all what is up. All right, you guys don't want to know how hard it was to get the jet ski on the trailer. Okay, I gotta get this all strapped down. Like I said, I'm gonna raise how high that hitch sits. And then after that, we will be sitting pretty. Get on the road to Waupun. Probably gonna have to find my own way there, and it's gonna take forever, same as my own way back, but it is what it is, dude. You live and you learn. As you can see, I have picked up said donor truck. It took a little bit to get out of the trailer, but we winched it right up. So yeah, I now have a donor truck for Frozone. Like I said, it's a couple interior pieces, and then part most of it out and steal the entire body. That's pretty much what I'm thinking with it. Let me tell you, this thing is a load on the 3G. 3G is no longer my designated pulling truck. I thought it would be fantastic because it's got to build trans, track bars, everything. I'm like, oh, this will be perfect. No, changed my mind. This is no longer my designated pulling truck. And since Frozone is going away, I need another truck. Shucks. But no, I'm just driving home right now. There's not going to be much content. I got to watch this because, like I said, the truck does not like pull. It didn't like pulling the trailer with the jet ski. So I'm going to have to watch this. And of course, it's super bumpy roads for about 20-25 minutes. So I'm probably just going to be going very slow on those roads. And then kind of just figure out the rest from there. But that's what I am doing. Yeah, obviously we're just gonna cut to the clip. This is getting dumped in the storage unit. I'm buying another storage unit right next to it, so Frozone's gonna have to sit at the house for a couple of days. Yeah, other than that, that's about all I got. I will see y'all in the next clip when I'm unloading this. Ready, guys. Pulling the motor with Nolan. And all we got left is 2 motor mounts, and then we got to figure out how to get this front bar off. Nolan, do you have any ideas? Can't swear on YouTube, dude. What are you doing? But yeah, we off. Exhaust is disconnected. Pretty much the whole harness is disconnected. ECM plugs are off. Now Nolan's working on taking the motor mounts out. I gotta figure out, like I said, how to get this bar out, which I have zero idea. So we might have to go up and over on this one. How, I don't know. But yeah, that's all we got, and I'll update y'all when the motor's out. Alright guys, so it has been a little while since that last clip. We can't get the motor out. It's being a pain in the A. So we're gonna nobody's here anymore. It's just me. I was inside watching football for a while, and Nolan probably is not coming back, so he wants to watch the game. But it's really heavy. It was picking up the back of the skid steer, so I didn't have the motor dry, so I drained the oil. You know, it's 12 quarts of oil. It should be a little bit lighter. I don't know if it's a significant amount, enough to have that be able to lift. So what I want to try and do is get the manifold and turbo off. Just try to strip as much weight as possible. So I'm going to try to do that. Another problem is all my batteries died, and now it appears my charger has taken a shit. So I don't know. Might have to just call it quits on this one, but I don't want to because the motor mounts aren't in. As you can see, it's the motor sitting sideways and the mounts aren't in. I don't want anything to happen to it, so I'd like to get it out tonight. So I'm gonna try here, but I'd also like to show you guys the head over to the unit and show you guys the donor truck. So I'm gonna try to work on this quick, and if not, I gotta try to get the hood back on this by myself. So let me get this off, and then, or at least attempt to get this off, and then I will talk to y'all after. Deuces. Alrighty guys, so step 5 of the oil change. You want to get a little bit of old oil and just rub it on the ring right there, and you want to bring this filter across, and we're just gonna put this right back on there. May got a little carried away with getting to the oil filter. Alright guys, I got my truck running behind me, but me and my dad were able to get the motor out, thank God. Got a ratchet strap to a pallet right now, and whenever I got more shit to strip off of here, so yeah. But I did have to, unfortunately, cut a couple things to get it out. Like, you can see there's a couple wires that I ended up cutting. So I gotta take that off, then obviously I'll splice it together back in the harness. No, you're not supposed to splice the harness, but that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, motor's good. Obviously I got my Big Blue. I think that's what I'm gonna call it, just Big Blue. Maybe Blue's Clues? Blue Clues would be hard. But I am gonna get that cleaned up. Obviously, we have an open engine bay now. So I also have to strip this down, that way Walker can start putting his drivetrain in it. Just the oil. I dropped a couple of things in there, unfortunately. Yeah, so I'll have to be careful when I'm pouring that back out. But here's the golden boy. This is gonna end up going on this truck. I didn't realize that it is quite a bit bigger than a stock turbo. It's actually pretty big. Or I'll just sell it and I'll buy a 2G swap for the 3G. I don't know. We'll find out. But, whoa. Yeah, I got the light on my face so y'all can see me, but I will, God. I gotta finish cleaning up, and then I'm gonna run over to the unit so you guys can see the donor truck, and I can then put some of my parts away. So I will talk to y'all then. Deuces. Alrighty, folks. It is the next day. It got a little too dark, and I didn't want to bring lighting over to show you guys what was going on with the donor truck here, but I am now here, and let me flip the camera and show you. Here's the donor truck. It's a 2011 crew cab long bed. Obviously, it's a 2500, but it's got the 5.7 in it. Obviously, there's a leather interior in there. I'll get into that later when I show y'all. But here it is in all its glory. Pretty much all I got it for is the body. Maybe a couple other things, and then I'm going to sell a bunch of other stuff. So how I told y'all there was a dent in the hood. They're a little bit bigger than I remember, but nothing a little Bondo can't fix. Straighten it out, Bondo it. Then this is what I'm gonna make my cowl hood out of. because my other one I have has a hole in it, obviously from the hood stack, so that really ain't usable. I got a paintable grill here. Definitely gonna take that off, use that. So excited about that. I have a paintable front bumper, but it doesn't have fog light holes, and as you know, I love my fog lights, so that's probably just gonna get sold. So obviously a lot of this stuff I'm gonna be posting on Marketplace, but like the hood, fenders are spotless, doors are spotless, cab is spotless. Bed is a little bit rougher than I remember, but if I sit here and take the time and Bondo it up, or if I can just sell it and I'll find a non-fucked up one on sorry, I can't say that, non-messed up one on Marketplace, I'll do that. It has a back rack, obviously I'm selling that. The tailgate is messed up. Like I said in the previous video, I do have the tail lights. I just took them out so they didn't fall out on the trailer. Has a paintable rear bumper, but it's dented pretty good over there. That might be something I try to pull out and fix up. As I said, the cab is spotless, and my cab is not. So I may try to do something where I pull the cab and put it on the other frame, which that would be getting really in depth. Obviously leather seats, a couple rips, but nothing I'm stressed about. These are definitely just gonna go in the 4G. We do have the black door pans, which I'm probably gonna put these in my truck, even though it doesn't have the handle here or the low storage like it does in mine. Probably still gonna put those in. Yeah, other than that, it's clean dash, mirror, headliner. I just don't want to do that headliner because it doesn't have the cluster up top. Like I said, this is the base model of all base model. And then as I told y'all, it still has the motor and a trans. So we're gonna take a look at a blown up 5.7 Hemi. There it is in all its glory. It's literally just like it's a blown up truck. Still got batteries, still got everything. Yeah. Then it does have the trans. So the trans I can probably sell for a decent amount because the trans works. I just gotta be able to rip it apart. But I'll probably end up doing that after I strip this whole thing down. Yeah, this is gonna be my winter project, is getting this and other things all done on the white 4G I have, the Cummins white 4G. And this will be perfect because I lost all these bolts after I crashed when I was tearing my truck apart. I didn't really keep a good eye on them. So I didn't think about that. I have all new hardware. This won't work because there's different things. And then I just gotta find someone who wants a Project 5.7. Maybe put power in, or maybe I'll just part it out. But yeah, the hood shouldn't be too bad to fix. I'm hoping, really hoping, because I really want to make a cowl hood out of it. So we're gonna find out what I all gotta do. Like I said, there's gonna be a lot of things for sale, so just find me on Facebook and go to what I have posted on Marketplace if you want anything that's gonna be coming off here. Like I said, this back rack, the front bumper, motor trans, maybe some interior things, the bed maybe, possibly. I do got a drive shaft there, I realize. Yeah, this is how we're rolling for now. We left almost 2 tires back there, so I'll post those. All the center caps. Got some stock steelies now in case I need them. It's nice. Yeah, this is how I'm rolling. So yeah, like I don't know what all I'll say, but this is going to be the winter project, and I'm excited to get into it. Actually, I do have to lock this turbo up. That is probably, most likely, I don't want to say 100% positively going in the 3G, the one that I pulled out of the dually. But there's a good chance that I don't want to say I'm going to get bored, because I have plenty of stuff to work on, especially with now having two 4Gs and having to mesh them all into one. But in case I get bored, I may toss this turbo. I'm gonna put you all down. Here's the turb. There it is. There's the turbo. Had to figure out how to move my finger there, but yeah, that's what we got going on. This is probably gonna start doing stuff as soon as this weekend, such as tearing this down. I'm about to call this unit next to me, I'm about to call to rent out the unit right next to me, so I can have the truck side by side in some fashion, and then yeah, just start tearing shit down, cleaning shit up, making everything right. So that's gonna be it for this video. Close up the donor here, and then that'll be it. I want to thank y'all for the support. I know there's a lot of jumping around on this video between driving the trailer to get it, then it got dark, and then I couldn't show y'all unloading it. You can see the marks in the ground from the tilt deck trailer though, so that was nice. It took a little while because obviously there's no power to this truck. So when we were rolling it off the trailer with the winch, it would get caught right there in the lip of the entrance. So at a certain point we had to get the trailer all the way to sit down on this edge for it to roll in, but we got it. It took a little while, but yeah, that's how we're rolling, and I will talk to you on the next video. Thanks for the support. Please like, share, follow, subscribe, whatever it's called, comment. But yeah, we're gonna start tearing this thing down in a couple days here, and hopefully you're all along with the journey. Thank you. Bye.